You're on 100.3 FM, the sounds of Macarthur. Greg Bryant with you for the Aussie Collection Show. It's now time for another guest for Acoustics in the Room, and I'm so excited because I'm a huge fan. Please welcome Angus Gill. Welcome to the studios.
Hey Greg, how you doing?
Good, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
All the way from Wauchope.
That's it, yes, all the way from Wauchope. It's about 4 hours or so, but I'm always down in Sydney, so it's great to be here.
And growing up, have you always wanted to be a performer?
Yeah, well, I first picked up the guitar when I was about 7 years of age, and I was inspired by a local country music singer named William Lane, who was actually a professional. And he used to open for, the likes of Smokey Dawson and Mary Snyder, and Cowboy Bob Patel, and all of our kind of pioneers of the industry. And I was inspired by him because he had some albums and CDs out, and I wanted to learn his songs. And then I think the first song I learnt that wasn't his was Leave Him Out There in the Long Yard by Slim Dusty. So that's how my love of country music came about, and then from there on I just wanted to do it,
Yeah.
So.
And how old were you when you first picked up a guitar? You're a great
7.
guitarist, by the way.
Yeah, 7. Thanks, Greg.
Right. And how did you learn when you first picked up?
Yeah, well, Bill taught me. Yeah, he offered to come around and teach me some chords on the guitar, and then he kind of taught me how to sing with it too. Like, I was singing in choirs previously, but yeah, it was kind of coordinating the singing with the guitar playing was what he taught me. So yeah. And
have you do you have any inspiration of artists that you have over the years?
Tons and tons from country music and also outside. I'm very inspired by Steve Earle, actually, who actually know. He's been someone that I met a couple of years ago, actually, in upstate New York, and we keep in touch. And if he's over here playing shows, I'll try to catch up with him for coffee, and same if I'm over there. But I think I'm inspired by him because he's never been afraid to do his own thing and not worry about what the trends are in music. Still able to stay current topically, but musically he's always done his own thing and done what satisfies him. And I feel very inspired by that.
Yeah, he is great. I love Steve Earle. And I'd love to hear a live track now. What are you going to play first?
Cool. Well, I'm going to do the new single. This one's called Roadworks. It's been out since Friday, actually. And it's a bit of a light-hearted track. I think everyone can connect to it because driving along the highway often, and actually I was driving down the M5, and there was quite a bit of that going on there. So we'll give this one a whirl.
Here it is.
4 wheels rolling, traffic flowing, nobody is in the way. Motors humming, yeah, you're running right on time for a change. And just when you think you've got it made, roadworks, you gotta merge, slow down, shifting back to first. Roadworks, man with a sign, kind of lollipop you don't like. How long does it take to move some dirt? You're hating it, they're digging it. Roadworks. You're thinking, why do they always have to start filling potholes in the peak hour? You're going snail's pace. This isn't your day. You can walk much faster than you're crawling now. But if you weren't boxed in, you could turn around. Road works, you gotta merge those witches' hats are like a curse. Road works, man with a sign, kind of lollipop you don't like. How long does it take to move some dirt? You're hating it, they're digging it. Road works. Well, sometimes life's like a cruisy Sunday drive, and sometimes it's road works. Road works, you gotta merge, slow down, shifting back to first. Road works, a man with a sign, kinda lollipop you don't like. How long does it take to move some dirt? You're hating it, they're digging it. Road works.
Angus, Gill, that was awesome. Great song.
Thank you, Greg.
And when you're writing music, where does the inspiration come from?
Well, it just comes from what I know, you know. Barely do I write songs. Sorry, rarely do I write songs about things that I'm not educated in or things that I don't know about. Because if you don't know about something, how can you write about it? You know.
Yeah.
So, inspiration comes from everyday life, and particularly with this album that I've been working on, which will be out next month on the 15th of September. It's been a car-themed concept album, so it's been the inspiration has been from road trips and from driving and from being stuck in roadworks. So, yeah.
Well, if any of the other songs you release is anything to go by, it's going to be an unreal album.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
And you even sing a lot of humorous songs as well. What is it about those that you like?
Well, I think I enjoy making people laugh as much as I enjoy, you know, singing and entertaining. So, I think the old saying, use everything you get, you use everything you've got. So, you know, that's why I do humorous songs. And I also enjoy singing serious songs too. So it's the yin and yang of me, you could say.
Yeah. And you were even a grand finalist in the Star Maker, where you performed to over 5,000 people. And I did see that you had a tweet from Guy Sebastian.
Yes, I did. Yeah, that was definitely the highlight of that. I think he said something along the lines of, forget Duncan, I'd love to have a beer with Angus or something. You know, so
Did you get that beer with him?
No, I didn't actually get the beer with him. Unfortunately, I'm still chasing that beer to this day, Greg. You know,
Well, he must have been a big fan of yours.
Yeah, no, it was great to have a chat to him. He's just he's a good guy, as you can say.
Yeah.
You know, pardon the pun.
We're going to play out another track of yours, Bushland Boogie. Can you tell us about that?
Cool. Well, this one actually was an old Slim song. I can actually play it here if you want.
Oh, sounds good.
This one I did on my first little album. My first album called Live Wire, which I did when I was about 14, I think. So, yeah, it's quite an old track, but... The gum trees at the 7th mile swing and sway in a boogie style. The reed beds in the river sweep and sway. The possums hop around in glee. The dingoes howling an RV key. The bushland boogie came around this way. Will Swaggy jumped up from a hedge, rushed to the pass and signed the pledge, and even threw his bottles all the way. Well, just outside his old bark shack, the lazy old wombat's bowling the jack. Bushland buggy came around this way. Well, there's a fella coming home from a local pub, and he took another look, gave his eyes a rub, and then he smartly gave the blues away. Well, he swears by everything that's true. Saw an emu jazzing with a kangaroo. Magpipes dancing in a boogie-woogie way. Well, the gum trees at the 7 Mile swing and sway in a boogie style. The reed beds in the river sweep and sway. Everyone gets around with a jig and a prance, dreams about the old barn dance. Bushland buggy came around this way. Since the bushland boogie came around this way.
Wow, that was awesome. Thanks for doing that.
Thanks, Greg.
And so where can people, you mentioned you have a new album coming out, where can people get it from when it's out?
Well, next week, as of Friday, the music video for Roadworks will be coming out, and also the pre-orders for the physical copy CDs on JB Hi-Fi Insanity will be coming out, so they'll be able to pre-order the album next Friday, actually. This Friday. It's this Friday.
This Friday.
This Friday. The 18th.
I'll definitely be pre-ordering it.
Thank you, mate.
And where can people go to find more information about you?
You can go to my Facebook, Angus Gill Music, or you can also go to my website, angusgill.com.au, or my Instagram, which is also Angus Gill Music, or my Twitter, which is Angus Gill Music 2.
Make sure everyone goes check that out. You're awesome.
Thanks so much for having me, Greg. I really appreciate it.
And I have to say that I had a wish list of artists I'd love to have in the studio, and you were right at the top.
Oh, thanks, mate.
So I'm glad that you came in.
I appreciate it. I'm glad I come in too. It was really fun playing for you guys.
And do you think we can get another live one to finish off?
Sure. Actually, I might give you a live premiere actually of a new song. This is an exclusive.
Wow.
Which one we might do? I'll just get my capo, and I might do a song that I wrote with Luke O'Shea. Actually, I'm just going to tune my guitar down for the second. This one is very applicable to me at the moment because driving through Sydney traffic, it can be challenging, especially during peak hour. So this one's called Country Bloke City Driving.
Sounds good.
As soon as I can get my guitar in tune, I don't want a loose G string, so I'm I'm trying really hard here. Yeah, so this will actually be the opening track on the album. I've actually just produced the album myself, actually, which was a great opportunity to work with some fantastic players. So we'll give this one a bell.
Sounds good. Here it is.
This guitar just doesn't want to stay in tune, does it? It's like it thinks it's country music or something. Yeah, cool, all right. In a dual cab ute with a bluey in the back, salt sweat stain around his beat up hat. In the Sydney traffic a long way from home, and sign says fast but he goes slow. With the red lights, green lights, he don't care. Everybody's rushing, they're not going anywhere. You can learn a thing or two about the art of surviving. From that country bloke, a city driving. What's the latest fashion? Well, he don't know. He spends his time just watching things grow. With the sun and the seasons, living his dream. He learned long ago just to flow with the stream. The red lights, green lights, he don't care. Everybody's rushing, they're not going anywhere. You can learn a thing or two about the art of surviving. I'm from that country bloke, city driving. Well, at times I feel like I'm just a big fake, but in my generation I just don't relate to the who, whats and hows and whys. I really don't care. Everybody's rushing, not going anywhere, 'cause so many burn out before their prime. I'm not gonna rush, I'm gonna take my time. You see, I've learned a thing or two about the art of surviving from that country bloke, a city driving. Oh, but the red lights, green lights, he don't care. Everybody's rushing, they're not going anywhere. You can learn a thing or two about the art of surviving from the country bloke. I'm from that country bloke, from that country bloke, the city driving.
Angus, Gill there, I'm a big fan. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Greg. Thanks for having me.
And love to have you back in the studio next time you're in Sydney.
I would love to come back. Thank you.
Thank you.